for being the chant leader and will be leading us through the puja. And then Venerable Kuncho will be showing the slides. And so we will invite you to follow along with the recitation and the chanting. And so the purpose of this long life puja really is for the students to request the teacher to really live long and be in perfect health and to continue to guide us. And there's one special segment which involves the offering of what is known as the mandala and some gifts. So at some point in time, you see a sort of a row of representatives coming up, and if you're new to it, you might wonder what is happening. So in that segment, we are offering what is called a mandala, which is basically everything that's nice and precious in the universe to the teacher. So, and then it will be followed by a series of collective gifts from us. And so there will be fruits, symbolizing that our practice will bear fruit, a bouquet of flowers, a laptop, which is so important for Venerable for her writing and so on. So a laptop, and also collective gifts of. So thank you very much for contributing to this collective offering. So any offering that's in excess of the cost of the items above will be presented to her in an ampao. And the list of the students and the benefactors are already also in there. Then there's also going to be a special offering of some longevity peaches by Venerable's very long-time friends. And it is actually a brainchild of one of our Dharma brothers' mother, who says that she would like to offer the longevity peaches. So for longevity, so that's great. And then I think that's the segment, and there will be various other segments that will be self-explanatory. And at the end, all of you will be invited to make individual offering to Venerable. And so as we try to invite Venerable to come out, if you would like to sort of stand and open your kata to welcome her, you're very welcome to do so. So we'll leave to the end of the puja for all the individual offerings, and then we'll try to have a group photo as well. Yeah. So without further ado, I think our representatives will go and invite Venerable. As Venerable Namcho recites the mantra.
Yeah. So those of you who came for the retreat this morning, the White Tara mantra we'll do is slightly different. We're going to use the word Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Guru Ayu Pune Janang Pushtim Kuru Soha. I think we'll have a slide eventually. Yeah, so, but those of you who have heard poor Venerable Kuncho doing triple duty. Yeah. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Guru Ayu Pune Janang Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Guru Ayu Pune Janang Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Guru Ayu Punya Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Guru Ayu Punya Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. And if you wish, you can now we'll offer 3 prostrations together to Venerable. So as always, we'll begin the puja just by sitting quietly for a few moments, taking a moment to bring ourselves into this space, and then I'll set a brief motivation, and then we'll visualize White Tara and enjoy our short holiday with Tara, to invite her to come into the space and to support us in our request for our teachers to have long life and good health. So I am guessing all of us are here for this puja, not because we are the Venerable Thubten Chodron fan club, but because the Dharma has touched every single of one of us very deeply in our lives. And we really appreciate how fortunate we are to have the opportunity to receive these teachings, especially in a language that we understand, and delivered by kind teachers like Venerable Chodron in a way that is accessible to us in a very practical, realistic format that works for us in our modern life. And we can think about all the causes and conditions that have to come together for that to be possible. So Venerable Chodron herself had to have interest in the Dharma. We can think about all the difficulties she went through to learn the Dharma as a young person, flying halfway across the world to Nepal to study with her teachers, in a time where there were very few translators, going through all these difficulties of bad health, visa problems, but feeling so inspired by the Dharma. And instead of just remaining in Nepal and India in a cave and getting enlightened all by herself, she did not do that, but she was requested to go worldwide to teach to so many places. She says she was an international ping pong ball. And that ping pong ball fell into Singapore. And how amazing it is that since the ping pong ball landed in 1987 to 88, we have had this long relationship with Venerable Chodron. Every single person in this room benefiting from these teachings that she integrated in her own mind through her own experience from her teachers, this unbroken lineage going all the way back to the Buddha's time. So while we have this relationship that we cherish so deeply with our dear teacher, we can think about how this has been a process going on since a Buddha emerged on our planet. Students and teachers making requests, receiving teachings, translating, transmitting, meditating, this ongoing process of virtue going through the centuries. And so many countless practitioners traveling long distances to request and receive teachings and figure out how to integrate it in their own minds so that we can keep the Dharma alive in this world, because we know it is the most precious and effective medicine. So really appreciating the kindness of Venerable Chodron here, and also all her teachers and all the practitioners who support us, we can engage in this puja with this sense of gratitude. And having received this incredible heritage and transmission, we ourselves have to put it into practice. And so part of that process is to continue to create the conditions to practice. And one aspect of that is to repeatedly request all our teachers to remain here for a very, very, very long time so that we can continue to learn from them, study and practice, not just in this lifetime, but in all future lifetimes to come. May we all always be connected with authentic spiritual mentors. May they always have long life and good conditions to teach us. May we always have the conditions to recognize them, to understand what they're saying, and to do our best to integrate the Dharma into our own experience so that we too can become just like our teachers, and to enable the Dharma to continue to transmit and transform this world that so badly needs the truth and goodness to continue to flourish. So with that in mind, we can connect with all the marvelous qualities we seek to cultivate in our own hearts. Those of us who are here for the retreat today, we've heard about them. The qualities of love, compassion, the willingness to forgive, to let go of our afflictions. And we can imagine we are in the presence of a being who has actualized all these qualities, taking the form of white Tara in the space in front of us, her body made of brilliant light. And we can imagine all the other Taras in the space in front as well, if we're familiar with them, all rejoicing that we're here because of our shared love and connection with the Buddha Dharma. Surrounding us, we bring to mind all Mother sentient beings in human form. We can bring to mind especially places where there are no teachers or are no ability to access the Dharma. And really wish for there to be teachers and conditions for all beings to have contact with these precious teachings. So with that deep wish to lead all sentient beings to cultivate love, compassion, and to attain the state of full awakening, just like white Tara, we'll begin by taking refuge and generating bodhicitta. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddhas, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By the merit I create by engaging in generosity and the other far-reaching practices, I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. May all sentient beings have happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free of suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings not be separated from sorrowless bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free of bias, attachment, and anger. And together we'll make this invocation to invite Tara into this space. From the supreme abode of Potala, you are born of a Tham, adorned with Amitabha upon your crown. You are the enlightened activity of the Buddhas of 3 times. O Tara, together with your assembly, I request your presence here. Gods and demigods bow their crowns to your lotus feet. You who rescue from all poverty, Mother Tara, to you I prostrate. So visualize that Venerable Arya Tara dissolves into the white Tara image in the space in front. And together we'll make the 7-limb offering to Tara. To the exalted Arya, the noble Lady Tara, and to all the victorious ones and their heirs, dwelling in all directions of the universe, through past, present, and future, sincerely and enthusiastically I pay homage. I make offerings of flowers, incense, lamps, fragrant scents, of food and music and the like, both physical and imaginary, created by the mind. Assembly of noble deities, please accept them all. All my negative deeds throughout beginningless time until today, the 10 non-virtues and the 5 with immediate reckoning, sprung from this mind that is driven by destructive emotions, I confess them all, each and every one. With a heart full of delight, I rejoice in all the merits of Shravakas, Pratyeka Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and every living being throughout the 3 times. I implore you, according to the temperament and mental capacity of sentient beings, please turn the wheel of Dharma of all the vehicles, lesser, greater, and general. Until samsara has been completely emptied, I beseech you, do not pass into nirvana, but look upon us with your boundless compassion as we flounder in this ocean of suffering. May whatever virtue I have amassed become the cause of enlightenment for all. May I quickly, without delay or deferment, become an excellent guide to all beings. So now you can visualize that above the crown of your head, the transcendental wisdom of all the Buddhas manifests as white Tara. Her body is in the nature of radiant white light. She has 1 face and 2 arms. Her right hand is on her right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations, and her left hand at her heart holds the stem of an Utpala flower. Youthful and beautiful, she is seated in the Vajra posture. She has all the signs and marks of a Buddha and has 7 eyes, on her face, palms, soles, and in her 3rd eye. So really feel that you and all sentient beings are being looked upon with complete acceptance and compassion. And now visualize that at Tara's heart is a horizontal white moon disk. At its center is the white syllable Tam, the essence of her enlightened realizations. Light rays shine forth from the Tam and hook back all the life force that has been scattered or lost. These dissolve into the Tam in the form of light. And visualize that again light rays radiate from the Tam and hook back all the power and inspiration of all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and those who have attained the realization of long life. These also dissolve into the Tam at White Tara's heart. And now visualize that the essence of the 4 elements of earth, water, fire, and air, as well as the space element, absorb into the Tam in the form of 5 colored nectar light: white, yellow, red, green, and blue. And now visualize that from the Tam at Tara's heart, light and nectar flow into your body. They fill your entire body, dispelling all negative karma, disturbing attitudes, negative emotions, disease, interferences, and dangers of untimely death. All these leave your body in the form of dirty liquid, and your body becomes pure and clear. Your mind too becomes clear and blissful. So we can hold these visualizations in mind of the Tham at Tara's heart, emanating light, drawing back the life force, drawing back the realizations of long life, all the inspiration of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, drawing back the forces, the power of the four elements, and all this light and nectar flowing not just into us, but into all the teachers who have benefited us, all the sentient beings that we're visualizing around us, bringing this incredible realizations and the good fortune of having a long, meaningful life and the ability to continue to practice and spread the Dharma in this world. So as we hold this in mind, we'll recite the long mantra for Arya Tara, White Tara, 21 times. And after that, we'll have a bit of time for a silent mantra recitation. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Ture Guru Ayupune Jana Pushtim Kuru Soha. Om Tare Om Tare Tutare Ture Guru Ayapune Jana Pushtim Guru Soha. And still holding the visualization in mind of all this brilliant light flowing into all beings, especially our teachers, we will recite Tara's short mantras 21 times. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha, 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 Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. So really think and feel that you have been liberated from all negative karma, afflictions, negative emotions, disease, interferences, and dangers of untimely death. And we make a resolution that we will use our lives in a meaningful way to transform our minds, develop love, compassion, and the 6 far-reaching practices, and act in ways that benefit others, ourselves, and our environment. And as Venerable mentioned in today's retreat, the way that we go about accomplishing this, how we make our lives most meaningful, is to request teachings and to receive and integrate them. And just thinking about how precious the Dharma is, we want so much to integrate and receive the Dharma in our lives that we are willing to offer up everything that we cherish, everything that we're attached to. Instead of clinging on to it for our own enjoyment, we can visualize these marvelous offerings that we are going to offer up to the Buddhas, our teachers, requesting them to live long and to constantly teach us in every way possible so that we will become the most effective, useful beings in this world, Buddhas that can bring about the benefit of all beings. So we visualize offering up everything we cherish in this universe, and we make the mandala offering. Om Vajra ground Hong, mighty golden ground. Om Vajra fence Hong, the iron fence around the edge. In the center is Mount Meru, the king of mountains. In the east, the continent Videha. In the south, Jambudvipa. In the west, Godanaya. In the north, Kuru. In the east are the subcontinents Deha and Videha. In the south, Kamara and Apara Kamara. In the west, Shata and Uttara Mantrina. In the north, Kurava and Kaurava. Here are the precious mountain, wish-granting tree, wish-fulfilling cow, unplowed harvest. Here are the precious wheel, precious jewel, precious queen, precious minister, precious elephant, precious horse, precious general, great treasure vase. Here are the goddess of beauty, goddess of garlands, goddess of song, goddess of dance, goddess of flowers, goddess of incense, goddess of light, goddess of perfume. Here are the sun, moon, precious parasol, and victory banner. In the center are the marvelous riches of gods and humans, with nothing missing, pure and delightful. I offer these as a Buddha field to my glorious, holy, kind root guru, the lineage gurus, and in a particular to White Tara, her entire assembly of deities, and to Venerable Bhikshuni Thubten Chodron, to support our supplication for you to remain long for the benefit of the Dharma and the welfare of sentient beings. Please accept these offerings with compassion for the sake of migrating beings. Having accepted them, please bestow on me and on the mother sentient beings abiding as far as the limits of space your inspiration with loving compassion. This ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn Mount Meru, fallen sun and moon, imagined as a Buddha land and offered to you. May all beings enjoy this pure land. In the snowy mountain pure land, you're the source of good and happiness. Gyatso Chenrezi, may you stay until samsara ends. The wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world. To the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Having become a follower of the great sage's word, you've upheld the treasury of the precious teaching. In all those places where the light of Dharma has not spread, may you live long, illuminating like a lamp. Having become a follower of the great sage's word, you've upheld the treasury of the precious teaching. In all those places where the light of Dharma has not spread, may you live long, illuminating like a lamp. Having become a follower of the great sage's word, you've upheld the treasury of the precious teaching. In all those places where the light of Dharma has not spread, may you live long, illuminating like a lamp. Having become a follower of the great sage's word, you've upheld the treasury of the precious teachings. In all those places where the light of Dharma has not spread, may you live long, illuminating like a lamp. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. So now I believe some of the students are going to make a sincere, heartfelt request for Venerable to teach in your own words.
First, can we invite Brother Chumpa, who is the president of the Friends of Sravasti, Abbey, Singapore.
Hello, Venerable Chodron, and Venerable Cho. Brothers and sisters, my name is Chun Fa. I have known Venerable since 1987 when I was a poly student, and members of Singapore Polytechnic Buddhist Society. And in fact, many of us here know her for decades. I feel very blessed that I was invited to give some sharings during this special event. I actually reflected over these years. I realized how profoundly my life had been shaped by Venerable's presence. She's more than a Dharma teacher to me. She guided my life with compassion and wisdoms, like a truly mentors. She cares like my mother. Whenever my emotions are unsettled with all my life ups and downs, she listens like a loving sister with understandings of all my problems. She even laughs with me with all the silly jokes or the mundane jokes that I crack. Yeah, and knowing her is indeed the one of the greatest blessings of my life. So over the years, she has shared with us, some of us, one of her personal aspirations, something that she holds very close to her heart. Are you curious to know what is this aspirations? Yes. Yeah. She is continuing guiding all the Singapore students until we gain enlightenment. So hopefully I will not get a scolding from her after this. But as a student, I now also request, may I allow to be your students life after life, so that I can practice the teachings sincerely, supporting all your Dhamma's activities, walk the Buddha path together, and we gain enlightenment together. And together we gather all for this special long life request. May I request Venerable, please have excellent health, okay, and very, very long life, and all the perfect conditions to continue to benefit all sentient beings. And we as students will have good health, good fortunes, okay, and long life to support all her Dharma activities to benefit all beings. So with thee, I sincerely request and bow.
Thank you. So Brother Chunfa was a representative of the long line students, long time students. And I would also like to personally make a request on behalf of the students. And so my name is Man, and my first encounter with Buddhism was with Venerable Chodron, also in the late 1980s, as a teenager who was quite lost in the world and facing some setbacks. And Venerable gave me the refuge name Deki, which means happiness, which was exactly what I needed. So no wisdom, nothing. And then after she left Singapore, we continued to keep in touch through writing letters and sending snail mail. And so the youngsters among us quite can't imagine this now. and Venerable actually took the effort and the time to reply to my letters. So that's really very precious. And of course, Venerable continued to visit Singapore regularly. So we have the great fortune to be able to receive teachings and guidance from her in person. There's a line in the text, a song for the longing for Tara, the infallible, that Venerable sent to me one time when I was unwell. And it reads, "From now until I reach enlightenment, hook me with your great love and kindness to liberate me." So I reckon that by coming to Singapore, almost year after year, Venerable is actually hooking all of us with her great love and kindness. And well, it's very easy for us to be very distracted by worldly concerns of our work, studies, family, relationship. And I think Venerable, through her regular visits, she's really trying to hook us back to the Dharma and hook us back to her care. So thank you so much, Venerable. And sometimes I think we don't quite realize that traveling from the US to Singapore is a very long and tiring journey. And so, and we kind of take it for granted that we get to see her every year. And so, some of us receive some hugs from her as well. But she's actually being extremely kind to undertake this travel, so that instead of us taking the long journey, the long hours, and paying expensive airfare, she's coming to us. So again, thank you so much. And so dearest Venerable, so please live long and enjoy perfect health. And may your lotus feet remain unfaltering for a very long time. And please remain very fit to travel to Singapore for many, many years to come. So that we can continue to receive teaching and guidance from you. And also warm hugs as well, we pray. Thank you. And so now we'd like to invite Sister Sherin, who's representing the long-time supporters of Venerable, to say a few words.
Thank you. I was thinking maybe I should just say I second whatever Trevor and Sister Dicky have said, but I think it's still very important for me to express some words of gratitude. So first of all, I would like to also thank Chun Fa. So Chun Fa was the one who actually came to us in 2003. Yeah, that was when before Gilead was born. Yeah, so we knew about Venerable Thubten Chodron for quite some time, but we never got a chance to get connected with her. We are very honored that we have this opportunity and given this chance to actually connect with her and to organize these Dharma talks. So Pureland has been organizing a lot of Dharma talks, inviting a lot of teachers, and purpose of the reason why we call Pureland Marketing. So marketing is you need to market something, right? So back then we was just thinking I'm going to market Buddhism, so I'm going to make Buddhism known to the world. So that's why we call it Pureland Marketing. Because eventually, it's become, sometimes become a bit commercialized, but it's not that, So the purpose of this word marketing is to really spread the teachings of the Dharma, right? So, but we never get the chance to speak with Venerable Chodron until Brother Chun Fa came about, and so we are very, very grateful for this. And I would like to say that Venerable is really, really very compassionate. So, okay, so over the years, Pureland has been around for 28 years, and we have been through a lot of things, whether it's in terms of Dharma spreading with the teachers, and even and our personal life, there's a lot of challenges that we have met. And Venerable gave personally myself a lot of support, and so every time she comes, right, so she will always remember the challenges I've been through, the challenges that Pureland has gone through, and she's always there to support us. So really very, very grateful for that. And Venerable Damcho said that next year we have to go to Abbey. So I was thinking, I've already stopped going to US for a while. I mean, I travel to US for work, but I'm really very, but I stopped going for a while already so fast. So we are really, really very amazed with your energy, and had it not been your compassion, I think it's very, very difficult for you to persistently coming to Singapore to visit all of us and to really care for all of us. It's very, very long journey. It's a 30-hour flight. So even people younger, I mean, I'm no longer young, I'm 52, but also cannot tahan that kind of long flight. So really, really have to thank you for your compassion. And another thing was, yesterday, Venerable shared about, it's so difficult. Somebody who was deaf and blind wanted to learn about Buddhism, and it took them so much of challenges to learn it. And we are so fortunate. We are so able. And are we really, treasuring what we have? able-bodied, we are all okay, mentally sound, and we have such a good teacher. So I think it is really very important for us to not to waste Venerable Chodron's her energy, her compassion, and her time, her precious time. She she can save the time to write a few more books that can actually spread further. Yeah, so with this, right, so I end with still seconding what Chunfa, what Sister Deki have said, so, and also to represent everyone here, to wish you really a very long life, and please stay very, very healthy, very, very fit, so that you can still come to Singapore and visit us, and and to take care of us. Thank you very much, Venerable Children. Thank you for all your love and all your compassion. Thank you. Thank you.
Apparently there's an open invitation for Singaporeans to go to Sravasti Abbey next year, 2026, and to participate and to view the newly built Buddha Hall. Yeah, so there's something to look forward to. And of course, qualitatively, it is different to be receiving teachings and seeing Venerable in person. But throughout the year, she's also engaged in very active online teachings that a group of Singaporeans also participate in every Saturday. And of course, her very many excellent books around that we can read. And so now I'd like to invite one of the representatives from the Saturday Lamrim class to also make a request. Is Sister Suyin around? Yes, please.
Venerable Children, Venerable Thubten Chodron, Venerable Control, dear FOSAS, and brothers and sisters, my name is Siu Yin. I am one of the Saturday class students. The first time I met Venerable Chodron was in end of 2016 when she came to Singapore to give her yearly teachings. And then the subsequent year later, I joined the Saturday class. Yeah, and during COVID, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm just very grateful to Venerable Chodron for writing to me so many emails all the way from US to give me a lot of encouragement. And then when Sister Jolene asked me whether I could do a sharing to share about how Venerable's teaching has benefited me, I actually told her I don't know what to say. So I've been thinking for a few days and I still don't know what to say. But then yesterday I was actually working from home. I was working in the library. And then I decided to open up my email. And I reread all the emails Venerable sent to me when I was not well. I was then. And then I just noticed that Venerable wrote to me. Her first email was on 6 October 2021. It was so many years ago, and as I read through the emails, I actually was crying in the library because I was so touched. And I just thought, instead of you all hearing me what I want to say, why don't I just share with you what Venerable wrote to me? Okay, so this is the. So I want to share with all of you all the inspiring words of great kindness, compassion, and wisdom that Venerable shared with me when during my times of being unwell and during my period of healing. So in the first email, Venerable said, "You are fortunate to have access to good medical care, and you are especially fortunate to know the Buddha's teachings and how to apply them to transform adversity into the path of enlightenment, into the path to enlightenment. In the meantime, do the practices of Buddhism, Buddha, and Tara. They will help your mind to be relaxed, which speeds healing. Also, they work on the karmic level to purify negative karmic seeds so that they don't ripen in great suffering." And indeed, I did do a lot of chanting of the medicine Buddha, and also I did one chanting in Mandarin. And I did a lot, and indeed, throughout my healing, although I had a lot of side effects from all the chemical, the chemo, the radiation, and also a lot of diarrhea because of the side effects, I feel that I do have spiritual clarity, and the healing process was actually, I would say, smooth. And then I also realized that previously, before I was ill, right, I am actually quite a very uptight person, and I'm also not that forgiving. But I think during this process of being ill, and I would say that I'm grateful that I got sick, I realized that during this whole period, I got a lot of kindness, actually abundance of kindness from Venerable, the monastic of Sravasti, Abbey, and also FOSAS, and as a number of our friends who are here in the audience. Also from the doctors, nurses, even the non-medical staff in the hospitals, the taxi drivers, everyone I received so much abundance of kindness, and I'm just really very grateful. I think without them, everyone, without Venerable, everyone, I don't think I'll be able to stand here all healthy and talk and holding this mic here today. And then what I wrote to Venerable, and this is what Venerable replied. It's a wonderful feeling to have so much gratitude, appreciation, and respect for all those people who have taken care of us. We want to reciprocate the kindness and pay it forward. When the Buddha talked about the kindness of sentient beings being in the hospital, it's a good example of that. And the kindness of our friends is amazing too. You have very good friends. And indeed, yes, I have amazing friends who actually help me, bring me to the hospital, drive to the hospital, bring food for me, showing me a lot of care and kindness. So I'm very grateful, so thank you. One more thing that Venerable told me is, and one benefit of illness is that it clarifies our mind regarding what is important in life and what to practice and what to abandon to progress on the path to full awakening. And indeed, it's because of this illness I am now very clear what I want to do with this life, and I'm very grateful that my life has not ended. I've got this renewed life, and I want to use this life beneficially to help many people as I can, and also to continue to practice, also to attain full awakening, to benefit all sentient beings. So I'm very grateful to Venerable Chodron for all your great and selfless kindness and compassion to me. And also Venerable Chodron, thank you for giving us the teachings and coming to Singapore every year to give us the teachings and pressing our buttons. Your kindness in giving us teachings and guidance can never be repaid. And I wish Venerable Chodron a long and happy life, a healthy life. Please continue to come to Singapore to press our buttons. And may Venerable continue to do what you yourself would want to do in this life and your future lives, and also one day attain full awakening. So last thing I would like to share with you, one of the vows of Vasabandhu Bodhicitta prayers, Venerable shared this with me before I had my operation. I'd like to ask everyone, let's continue to walk the path towards awakening. Let's truly aspire and want to cultivate bodhicitta in order to benefit others and to reduce our self-centeredness. So this is the first vow of the Vasabandhu Bodhicitta prayer. Regarding those roots of goodness I have planted in previous lives and in this present body, I pray that all of these roots of goodness may be bestowed upon all of the boundlessly many beings and dedicated to the unsurpassed body. May it be that these vows of mine shall grow in each succeeding thought moment, shall be produced again in each successive lifetime, shall always be bound to my mind, shall never be forgotten, and shall be guarded and retained by Dantaranis. So thank you so much, your children, for your kindness and great compassion.
Thank you, Sister Sui. So we